Hi everybody! Have you ever had one of those weeks where you just felt like building and building and building? I might have had one of those. Let me show you the progress I've made. I've been trying to kick a little bit of a cold this week, and you know what? It led to a lot of progress. I had a few nights where I was just cuddled up with a blanket and some snacks with my PJs, with the lights out, sitting at the computer, watching videos, and building. I finished 2 districts that we're going to put into our capital city. The first one is a farm district. It's just a really basic little community. It's at the base of the hill with the cathedral on top, and it's on the very edge of town. So I felt like the buildings would be small and simple, very quaint. I wanted the area to be cozy and basic. So they have the things that they would need to take care of life. Little fishing boat and docks that they can get in and out of the water. And lots of little things that would just show a working community. The interiors are done too, but very simple. We'll pop, excuse me. Yeah, so you can see just some really basic interiors. They definitely have beds because I wanted all the villagers over here to have beds. I felt like it would be important to have a little bit of that farming community vibe on the very edge of town. So, again, just little bits of pins with animals and just basic stuff that the villagers might need. I didn't film any of it because these builds are fairly small and simple, and the golem is back in the pen with the cows again. I swear I've let him out so many times. I don't know how he is getting in there. Anyhow, it's fun to see all the villagers here. The reason I give them beds and jobs is because then they move about and give an area life. And not all of the city may have villagers, but areas like this, oh, it must be bedtime. Okay, we'll leave and let them get to sleep, and I'll show you the second area. This district is the Kelp Farm District, and I really like that it has a theme. So these 2 little houses down here on the coastline, they have a boat, and the boat has this little collector thing on the side, which I imagine is what they use to get the kelp. After they get the kelp, of course, they come back here, they dry it, they process it, and they sell it in the little booth here that's right by their houses. I imagine all the people in town would come down to the dock to get their kelp and their dried kelp blocks for anything that they might need. Fuel, food, sushi, whatever it is. If you ever find yourself looking for ideas on what to build or how to theme an area, picking a career and how they might process that is a really fun way to go. For today's build to work on together, I want to do an entertainment district, which of course will be much larger with more impressive builds than the simple little ones for the storytelling that I did while I was feeling sick. I have a lot of supplies in my storage room, and I thought, you know what, for this particular week, I'm going to focus on using the stuff that I have instead of collecting more or building farms for more supplies. Building is definitely the focus because I have a capital city and a lot of land that needs attention. The big build, kind of the feature build for the entertainment area, is going to be a jousting area to go in our medieval city. Every good medieval kingdom needs a tournament area, so we are going to build it up close to the castle. And maybe a few cute little entertainment builds to go around it to complete our entertainment district. I have an enormous amount of land to clear, just not a mountain, but a pretty good sized hill in the middle of where the city is going to go. And in addition to that, I've got a lot of layout that needs to happen. So there's a ton of work involved in getting ready for our first district. I have all of my shulkers set up with the supplies I need, not only for this build, but probably for several of the builds here as I'm putting the big capital town together by my castle. I really like my new system. I have a series of boxes that have supplies set up for chimneys and decorations and greenery, and those are the same ones I've been using for a while, but back here, I've put together palette boxes, the entire box color-coded with all sorts of different blocks that work in that color palette. Since I plan and build and edit and rebuild as I go, I think that this will be a really good way to have all the supplies nearby that I might need. If I want a roof to be a different color, I can just kind of come over to this stash and get the new color. When one color runs down, I can just take that box to the storage system and get it all filled back up with what it needs from various different areas. I think it's a good system. I like it. Over here is the project for the day, and I should say it's the projects. There are several. I have a little house here that I want to put together. It might be a shop, it might be a house. It's just a small space, and I felt like it needed a little bit of a building. I'm going to run it on a diagonal just for fun. And then the black foundation over here is going to be the bar. It's going to be a really good sort of dark, rustic, medieval style pub, tavern. And then the big build is the jousting arena. I wanted a big, interesting, fairly tall type of entertainment thing. A jousting arena just seems perfect for the medieval city. In addition to the three structures, kind of to the left of the jousting arena, I want to put a little bit of a camp, some tents and stables, things that the competitors would probably use as they were staying or training to participate in all the competitions. I think I'll put archery supplies in this small diagonal building, so it'd be a little bit like hunting if they were doing it for fun, but I know they had to do it to eat too, but more like a hunting for entertainment. Anyhow, these are the different buildings that I'm putting together for entertainment in my medieval city. What else do you think the city needs for entertainment? Obviously, I've shoved them all together, and we might put a little bit of these elements in other places. Like probably there needs to be a tavern on the other side of town. Duplicates of those seem logical. But what else do you think my people need as far as entertainment? Let me know in the comments. All right, it's time to build. Thank you so much for joining me as we assembled some really fun entertainment for my medieval villagers. What other districts do you guys want to see soon? I've already got a couple in mind, but let me know if there's an area that you would like to see me build. With that, I wish you all the best. Minecraft Day.